And finally, one more game on Wednesday. We have Colombia and Canada at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in women's Olympic soccer action. For Colombia was all over New Zealand last game, 72% possession at halftime. The XG 0.68 to 0.02. And they had a 1-0 lead courtesy of Restrepo in the 27th minute. The shots were 11-3 and 6-1 on target for Colombia at halftime. Now that continued in the second half with Colombia scoring in the 72nd minute from Santos. Final stats in that game: 65% possession, shot 17-6, shots on target 7-0 or 11-1, depending where you look. I see different stats at different websites here. Either way, the stats were all in Colombia's favor. The XG was 1.56 to 0.14. Colombia's matchday 1 started poor. They were down 3-0 to France, but they did fight back, scoring 2 goals to lose 3-2. For Canada, in the midst of Dronegate, their coach is being suspended and a 6-point deduction. Canada found themselves in need of a win, desperately needing that win last round to have any hopes of staying alive when they met France on matchday 2. And after a tight half, Katoto found the breakthrough to open the scoring for France late in that first half in the 42nd minute. In the second half, Jessie Fleming had a cross bumbled by the French keeper, laying right in her path to slot in the tying goal. And knowing they needed the win, Canada had to attack. There was 13 minutes of stoppage time in this game. It was almost over when France missed a point-blank shot in the box, saved by Canadian keeper Kaylin Sheridan. With time winding down, Janine Becky traced back, caused a turnover, sent Canada back on the attack. Adriana Leon passed across the box to Heidema. Heidema had a low shot, saved, but rebounded right into the path of Vanessa Gillies, who shot in the winner off the post and in. Canada gets the 2-1 win, and they're still alive. Head-to-head, it's been some time since these nations met, not since the 2015 Pan American Games, but Colombia won 1-0. Canada won 1-0 in a 2012 friendly, and Canada won 2-1 in the 2011 Pan Am Games, so there's really nothing recent and relevant to go off of here between Canada and Colombia. Despite Canada having a matchday 1 win over New Zealand, 2-1, then the win over France last round, the points deduction has them sitting on 0 points and still needing that win to make up that deduction and go through. Canada has appealed the decision, though. The decision should be expected before Wednesday's game. But as of now, they still have 0 points despite having 2 wins. So this is a must-win game to even have a chance as one of the 2 third-place teams. As it stands, Australia and Brazil are third in their groups and already have 3 points. France beats New Zealand. Canada beats Colombia. First place Colombia could actually fall all the way down to third on goal differential. So this is a huge game still for both of these teams, not just Canada. Colombia is 8-0-4 in their last 12 now. They've scored in 10 of 12 and also in 7 straight. Canada has only 2 defeats, both of the USA, both in PKs in their last 15, and they've scored a goal in all 15 of those games, including twice in 3 straight games. Now, if we look at those recent score lines, though, for Canada, they have recent score lines of 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1, 2-0, 2-2, 1-1, and 2-2. What's the trend in there? Well, there's a lot of both teams to score bets cashing in those games. That's been the way to go more often than not for Canada in a crucial game. For both teams here on match day 3, I think we see at least a goal from both teams here. So you could go both teams to score at minus 135. I see the best price over at Caesars Sportsbook. Certainly you could try both teams to score and over 2.5 since Canada will have to attack. A draw won't do anything for them. So we could up that and get a better price if you wanted to go both teams to score over 2.5. But we'll make the best bet, just both teams to score minus 135 between Canada and Colombia in this women's Olympic soccer game.